I remember seeing a picture of him on the Creative Mornings Instagram or something like that, and he was like the welcomer, and I was like, oh, I was like, I know that energy. Like I feel like it's familiar and synonymous in the sense I was just explaining to him, like it's been for me difficult and rare to find folks who have this sense of curiosity and openness with others, and also like this excitement of just meeting new people. And I was explaining to him, like, I think for me and my observation and experience, um, there's a little bit, I think people kind of have their edges rubbed up against, more recently now more than ever. And so to find people who are just as excited about other human beings as I am has just been super refreshing. So I hope that you all enjoy this conversation that we're going to have. I can only imagine where we're going to go. And especially both of us being ideas people. Oh man, I have so many questions as to like, how did you give yourself a job in being the ideas person? So but before we get into all of that, you all know that I love to know about our little beings and how we became and how we came to be. So you said that California is the best country in the world. You sent that to me, so I got to hear more about this and what that looks like for little Joe being born and raised in California.
I think when I first started describing myself as being from California instead of being American, I think was probably around the time of like a kind of a greater political awakening for me. And that was
Mm,
probably around like 2014, 2015, kind of in
mm,
the run up to the 2016 election. I think that's when I really kind of started looking at that and then going to a place where it's like America's this huge country and I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the things America's done. I mean, California has not necessarily always the best history either, but I feel much prouder of my identity as a Californian than I do as my identity as an American.
hmm. That's really interesting because I recently went to an event and they were talking about how we don't know what it is about California or whatever, but it's like we know that when things start here, it goes throughout the rest of the country. And even the other day, I'm talking to friends and they're like, yeah, California, so expensive, things of that sort. But I was like, don't you think we deserve that though? Like, don't you like we have a very short life. Why wouldn't you want to live in a place that's, all these options and what you're saying, up and down the coast, but like why what makes you think that we don't deserve to live the best life we can if it so happens to be along this coast, and like why not?